Hello everybody. I'm out on a day hike, testing out a few new things, which I will get to in a minute. And it's really nice weather, and I found this nice, gnarled old fir tree. I'm not going to be able to get the whole thing, but if you take a look at the base of the trunk here, you can see just how big it is. Any one of those branches is like the size of a regular tree. It's beautiful here. I found a nice little spot. A bit off the beaten path of my local trails. But yeah, as I was saying earlier, hopefully I won't get any interruptions because the weather is really nice here in southwest Sweden. So everyone and their mama literally is out on day hikes as well in my neighborhood or area. So yeah, if a screaming kid comes tumbling down the trail, I guess I'll have to put up with that. But let's just jump into some things I wanted to test today and discuss with you. So first up, I am wearing a fanny pack. It's been a long time since I've tried a fanny pack, and I decided I would test out. There was one that was pretty affordable from Decathlon, so I ordered it, and it only weighs 42 grams, which is less than my shoulder bag. So far, I like it. It does have a tendency to ride up behind me. The strap kind of does ride up, but this is also the first time well, aside from trying it on at home, walking around at home, but out on a day hike, I've tried it out. But I'm pretty happy with it, so I'm going to switch my shoulder bag, which I really love, and test out the fanny pack on my next section hike, just to see, which one fine-tune, which one I prefer. But aside from riding up a bit, I mean, I guess I have to just tweak the right tightness or looseness or whatever. But it's quite nice, especially if you're using a pack without a hip belt, which I'll get to in a minute. But inside, my normal kind of contents that I have here is I have some, just to give you an idea what I would normally keep in here. These are some generic work gloves. They actually don't weigh that much either, but this is like, I count this as my clothing worn as like wind or scrambling up, cliffs, or helps if, I'm collecting a bit of firewood. It's just nice. This is like pleather, fake leather, thin work gloves, cheap. And I think if I remember correctly, they only wear like 40 grams. So I have that in here. I got my compass. I got my Sea to Summit mug. I've got my flashlight or my headlamp in there. Then I have my knife and some lip balm, so stuff like that. There's still plenty of room. I could put maybe my buff or maybe some granola bars, whatever. So I'm liking that so far. The zipper works nice. There's not much to say about it really. There are a few small details though. There's a tiny little mesh pocket on the outside here. I'm gonna use that for garbage. If I'm eating a granola bar, I can put some garbage in there, or I don't know what else really I could use that for, but it's, I guess, a nice little accessory. What I like about the inside is, I don't know if you noticed, there's like an inside pocket where I can keep smaller things, so I don't have to root around in there so much. Yeah, the volume is, I guess, about the same as my shoulder bag. I'm not really sure. It's splitting hairs at that point, but my phone I can either put in here or in my pack, which I'll get to. Whoa, look at all that cat hair. Jeez, I didn't notice that, but I have a cat, as you can tell, on my hoodie here. Uh, yeah. Anyhow, yeah, you cat owners know what it's like. Yeesh, look at all that. So, let's get to the pack then, shall we? So, I'm actually going to put a link in the description below to a discussion I started over on the ultralight subreddit about this pack and atom packs in general, how I, how my order went, so the customer service. All in all, it was pretty positive experience, though there were some things that didn't go as planned or didn't go right at first, but they really fixed things up. And here is my new pack. I had ordered one pack. In short, I ordered one pack, custom pack. The volume, there was a big issue with the volume, so I sent it back. They sent me this one, and the volume for this one is just about exactly what I'd like, which is an internal volume of about 30 to, when then if you account for closing the roll top, so around 30 liters internal. But I have it all packed up. Something new that I'm trying, because I got a bigger front pocket, is I have my cook kit on the outside. Normally, what I normally do is I pack my cook kit on the inside, but I noticed just how big this front pocket is. That's a plus. I got the bullet hole option. At Atom Packs, you can get either the stretchy mesh or these bullet holes. I went for the bullet hole because it said it's more volume, it's bigger, and I like it. Hopefully, it'll be more durable. Then again, that other stretchy mesh seems to. I've seen plenty of through hikers that have taken packs with that stretchy mesh and done all right. On the bottom, this is one customization that I did. Well, a few actually. One is I asked for a strip of this Robic nylon. It's 210D nylon to be put at the bottom so that the pocket, if I set it down, you know, just to help with abrasion, just to help wear and tear on the pocket. And then on the bottom, I don't know how well you can see. I can lift it up. The bottom is 500D nylon. It's waterproof and super tough, and I've been dying to have a pack with this option for some time. I'm really glad I found it. You know, a pack company that'll do customizations. In the past, I had ordered custom packs from Z-Packs and they quit doing customizations, which is too bad. But now lots of different cottage industry packs are being made out there with customization options, which is great. So I really like that. I'm not a bottom pocket guy. That's, I guess, for I'm too old school for that, I guess. That's more of a new kind of trend I've seen in the pockets, but I don't really need the pocket down there. I have plenty of room in the side pockets. As you can tell, these bottles are only half a liter, so I tend to use the side pockets if I want to, oh, I don't know, put an article of clothing, or I want to put granola bars or whatever. And plus I have plenty of space in the front pocket as well. But yeah, I have it packed up with my heavier 3-season kit. I guess I can show off the pack a bit more. I can show you the sides. You can see there are bungee straps on the side, elastic on the side. Here, this is nice for, I would probably use this the most for perhaps drying, say, socks, or hanging things to dry, or if I were to have tent poles for a tent, which I don't use a tent with tent poles that often, but when I do, you know, then I could use that to hold it down. But I like this. Now let's take a look at the other side. So here you see the back of it here, and you see I have some shoulder pockets. I did ask them to make the shoulder pockets slightly larger, just to fit, because I noticed when I got the other pack that was too small. I did have a bit of trouble getting my phone, and over here you see my Sawyer mini filter. It's inside of the bladder there. So I just wanted a bit of a little bigger shoulder patch, and it does the job. And here's that stretchy mesh I was talking about before, that some people like to have as a front pocket. But yeah, so far so good. I like these. Again, this is just a day hike. This is the first time I'm taking this out hiking, this pack, so it's not a review, just kind of like a first look, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. Yes, so top strap, just a simple top strap. And I can also, since I'm out here anyway, I can show off some new goodies that I have, that I've updated my kit with some small things. So if I can just take out a few things to show off. A lot of this is, if you've been following my channel, you'll recognize, you know, I got socks. Again, this is packed like as if I was going on a section hike, just so I could see how it would be. Here's my, you know, spoon, chopsticks, and a little stuff sack. Ditty bag, this has been the same for many years. But what is new is I decided to spoil myself. Now, this is my tent stakes bag. This is from Treadlight Gear, and this is, on the bottom you have a hybrid DCF, and then on the top you have, you know, regular DCF. I decided to spoil myself with a tent stake bag. For a few years I had a make your own gear kind of DIY stake sack bag out of silicone nylon with some Tyvek on the bottom. It's, you know, getting worn out. I mean, it was never meant to be like a more permanent solution. It was just some scraps I had lying around, and it's getting a bit worn out. So I decided, you know, I mean, I didn't even use a machine. I sewed it by hand. But yeah, this should last me quite a while. Yeah, I really like this new stake sack. And also I upgraded this is from the same company in the UK, Treadlight Gear. My new first aid bag. This is a bonded you know, and taped Cuban fiber or DCF little, it's like an envelope. It's got some Velcro here, and so there's no zip or anything. It's very, very lightweight and completely waterproof. And you can see my first aid and repair kit there. So those are some new additions. And I got to, this was the bag I used to have my first aid and repair kit, and I've now moved my electronics into there. Just to, there's nothing wrong with the other bag I had for it, but this one has a little bit more space. It's easier access to get to the cord and the battery, you know, and the plug and all that. So yeah, so now that is that. So I'll put that back. And just so you know, the weight I'm dealing with here in total, I weighed the pack before I left, and it was around 7.6 kilos. And that's my heaviest base weight. So that's if, you know, the temperatures were cold. I'll put a link to in the description, so check out the description. And I will put a link to my updated lighter pack, where you can, you know, see in great detail kind of the contents of everything. This is if I wanted to take my heavier shelter, which is I have packed in here the Mountain Laurel Designs Duomid, and if it was cold. So I have extra layers in here. I have my my puffy jacket, my Enlightened Equipment Torrid. I have my SOL Escape Light Bivy, you know, to add warmth to my quilt. I have, yeah, so you can read that in more detail on the lighter pack. But here's the thing, though, that I will say that is pretty positive in this first day hike, is that after not too long after I messed around with the straps and started hiking around, after getting comfortable with the pack, I forgot about it. And I think that's a pretty good, you know, test you want to do, is if you can just hike and kind of forget about it and get lost in thought and other things. That's a pretty good sign. Now, how does it compare to my burn? Only time will tell. I cannot give any kind of meaningful requirement. I've taken my burn out quite a bit, and that's my favorite backpack to date. Will this, you know, topple the burn, the Mountain Laurel Designs burn? Time will tell. We'll see. That's a pretty tall order, though. But I do have to admit that so far so good. The shoulder straps, they are a little bit stiffer, but that's probably just because this is brand new. That's one big one when you're looking at a frameless backpack, is the shoulder straps. I really like them. I also really like the burn shoulder straps. I can't really say which one I prefer, but I dig both. We'll see. The haul loop on the Atom Packs is much bigger. I like that it's big and easy to grab. Tom is a big fan of the haul loop, so no surprise there. But yeah, so again, fully loaded with, I have some, you know, if you wanted, I'm not going to open it up and take everything out, but if you want a quick breakdown, I have a food bag, and I have in the food bag, I stuffed it with like a blanket and then some heavier, like a few cans of tomatoes and stuff, just to, you know, resemble like if I packed a whole bunch of heavy food. So that's up top in an 8-liter bag. And then after that, I have my rain, my sleeping pad, and which is the X-Lite, and then my rain gear. And then after that, I have my shelter, and then which is the Duomid, and that's including internet, so Duomid and internet tent. And then and that's still silicone nylon. And then at the bottom, I have a custom DCF pack liner that I also ordered from Adam's Packs, and it's about a half. I didn't want a full pack liner. I asked for a half pack liner, so it's about 15 liters in volume. And in there I have my quilt, my warmth bivy, my clothing, my, you know, sleep stuff. That's at the bottom, and it fits, and I was able to roll it down 3 times with no problem. So I'm very happy with this volume, very happy with the customizations. But again, this is just kind of like a first look of this pack. I will in the future, after doing section hikes with this, do a full review, and that's about it. So let's go and enjoy the nice weather a bit more. Say goodbye to this big, gnarly, cool, spooky, I would say it's Halloween. I'd forgotten all about it. It doesn't look very Halloweenish. Maybe the tree is a bit spooky, but All right, that's it. 15 minutes of rambling and talking about some new gear, some slight changes. Again, check the description for links to another discussion I had about ordering from Atom Packs, which I put on the ultralight subreddit, and also my my lighter pack is up there too. All right, thanks for watching and happy Halloween. Goodbye.